Thank you so much for inviting me, Karen. And it's always such an honor to talk to young people. Has anybody ever heard of, and first thing I'd like to do is talk about my background in my education. Has anybody ever heard of a registered dietitian? Yes? Sort of? No? Okay. But very quickly, if you're fascinated with the study of how nutrition affects your body, if you like science, or at least have a somewhat interest in science, then the field of nutrition might be something you want to look at. What I am is called a registered dietitian, like I said, and I completed a 4-year degree. Penn State is one of the schools that offers a field. It's called dietetics nutrition. Penn State is one, Cedar Crest is one. So if at the end of this evening, if you're looking to just look at different career paths, come and I invite you into any website. How to become a dietitian might be a way to get into the website and tell you a little bit more. After I finished my 4-year degree, then I did what they call an internship, and in most medical fields you have to have some practice before you can actually practice. Along with that, I decided to get a master's. I love science. I love the field of biochemistry, so my master's is actually in biochemical nutrition. So let's get into the skin. That's what we're here for, and let me start sharing with you. You know, your health of the skin really starts from the inside and works its way out. There's all these pathways that bring nutrition to your skin, and then conversely, we have toxins. Like your body has different ways of detoxify. You know, that's a popular word right now. We're going to detox, but your body has natural ways of detoxing, and one of them is the skin. So when the skin is breaking out, you actually have a detox in part. You've got a detox of some sort going on. It's not the full answer, but what I'll be able to do tonight is kind of blend that for you. Our skin really depends on two things. I'm going to do this, and then I'll get to the bad news. But our skin depends on two things, and that's plants and water. Water is your skin's best friend. If every time you want to pick up something to drink, think water. I'm going to tell you, I'm 63 years old, and I love being 63, and I love telling you about that because I take care of my body. So at any rate, I drink a lot of water. So all right, so there's our friend. Let's get to the foods that don't help, and I'll get right to the enemy. And here it is. What are the ingredients in soda? Come on. Sugar. What else?
Corn syrup.
Yeah. High fructose corn syrup, yeah, which is another form of sugar. Think about this. The next time you look at a label, where did the product come from? And always start reading the product, carbonated water, okay? Well, that sounds, but what did they do? They messed up the water when they carbonated it. Okay, sucrose, high fructose corn syrup, caramel color. Does any of that sound like it's a plant? And this is the bad thing, okay? How many of you can finish this? This is 20 ounces. And I'm raising my hand because I could easily finish this. Okay. Well, that's how much sugar you have just added to your body when you finish 20 ounces. If it's 12 ounces, and I'm not picking on you, honey, but you strategically have a can of soda right in front of me.
That was perfect. We planted that.
I know, we planted that. But guys, this is remember I said that the water's your best friend? This is your worst enemy. If you want beautiful skin, you've got to find ways of reducing sugar, okay? And this is the best thing to stop. And it's not easy. My expertise in nutrition is actually on bone health. I travel all over the country talking about bone health. In fact, this summer I was in Hawaii. Oh, I'm being filmed. I better forget my. Anyhow, so I had I did a little bit of lecturing. I did a lot of fun in Hawaii. But I tell everybody, soda doesn't belong at a mealtime. Soda doesn't belong in your house. And in fact, in my opinion, soda doesn't belong on this earth. There's nothing I can tell in this body, in this bottle, that's going to make you healthy. And when we're talking skin, my expertise is bones. This messes up your bones. Anyhow, that's one thing. And I'm going to point out one more thing. We get so much sugar without even knowing it. This is ketchup. Now, do you ever think sugar when you're having ketchup? Nope. And yet, when I calculated, I figured out the serving size. I figured out the amount of sugar. And not that you're going to eat a whole bottle of ketchup, but my point is a couple of packets of ketchup, some mustard, some soda, a candy bar, and pretty soon you've eaten 5 pounds of sugar. All right? So if you don't remember anything else tonight, sugar and soda are not your friend. There's some animal proteins. When you're dealing with skin challenges, there are some animal proteins and in the form of red meats and in the form of dairy that may be interfering with healthier skin. And what happens is, in order to grow the animal, they give them hormones and other things, and antibiotics and other things to keep them growing and growing very quickly. And unfortunately, when we're taking in some products and it doesn't agree with us and it breaks out into our skin, all right? So for some people, I grew up on a farm. Oh, God bless my grandparents had a farm. We were drinking raw milk every single day. Well, that's we had it, so I didn't know any better. But anyhow, I'm not talking. I'm saying that there's so many chemicals in our foods, and when you're trying to decide how to keep your skin healthier, you've got to look at what you're taking inside first to allow this beautiful facility and these wonderful products to really work. Well, let me introduce some fast foods to you that are good for you, easy to do, and wonderful for the skin because of some of the great minerals that are in there, like selenium and zinc. And I'm talking about things like nuts. This is my last bag of Hawaiian nuts. I'm going to be I got to go back again. I've been telling them, invite me, I'll come. Yeah, but nuts are an awesome. How fast to pick up nuts? If you don't have nuts in your house, go home. And moms that are here, I'm glad you're here. Keep nuts in the house because that's a quick, easy snack food, and it's wonderful for the body. The skin needs a healthy fat. The omega fats are filled. That's what nuts have. You know, sometimes in the past when I've worked with young girls, I'm afraid to eat nuts because they have fat in them. And the answer is it's great. Your body has to have good fats to work, and especially keeping the skin healthy. So walnuts are very high in omegas. That's probably the top of the list for omegas. But any nuts, these are raw almonds. These have great calcium in them. And then all the nuts have, as I said, some of these really healthy minerals that the skin absolutely needs to stay nice. And then raisins. That's another snack food. You got to brush your teeth afterwards, or at least rinse your mouth out afterwards. But another opportunity to do a quick, so a handful of nuts and a handful of raisins. How fast can that be? And it's inexpensive.